Hey guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Show Reviews, and today we are going to talk about the best finds on Amazon for treadmills. Now, I am a huge fan of Amazon. I mean, I get my kids' school supplies there, I get hand soap there, I get a subscription of toilet paper delivered to our house because I'm not responsible enough to go out and get it on my own, and we always run out, and then it's like this argument in my house. It doesn't matter. Anyways, Amazon is a great place to find everything, including treadmills. I was kind of surprised by that fact because I thought, oh, it's Amazon, they're not going to have like a bigger brand name like a NordicTrack or a ProCarbon T7, but they do, and we're going to go over our list for the best treadmills on Amazon. But before we talk about that list, make sure you are subscribed to our channel so you can continue to see all of the things that I am terrible at, like ordering toilet paper and so on and so forth. Also, if you want to purchase any of these treadmills, go ahead and use the link below the like button. We've made it really easy for you to use that link. And when you do that, it does give us a small commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. And we really appreciate it when you do that. Lastly, some of the treadmills that I am going to talk about today have been sent to us by the company, but it doesn't change my honest opinion about it. I just want to be transparent and open about that fact. And as you will see, I do have some call outs, some negative things about some of the treadmills, but also some positives. And you can take that as you want and make your own opinion. I'm just giving you the facts and my opinion about the treadmills. So let's talk about it. All right, so first up on our list is the NordicTrack 1750. If you have watched any of our reviews in the past, you know that this treadmill comes up quite frequently, and for good reason. It has a lot to offer. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that it uses iFit programming. iFit programming is a monthly subscription, and you can either do a monthly subscription or yearly subscription, $39 a month for a family membership, or $180 a year for an individual. Now, they don't have an individual monthly membership. I don't know why. You just have to pay that yearly cost, but they have a monthly or yearly cost for a family membership that's available to you to use. With iFit programming, when you use it in conjunction with the 1750, it has like auto trainer control. So essentially, whatever class that you take, your instructor is going to set your incline and your speed to follow along with the class. I love this fact. It really makes it feel like you are part of a group fitness class. I think it's really enjoyable, and it kind of takes any guesswork or think work out of your training program when you're following along with that program. Another key feature about the 1750 for me is its deck size. There are two different packages that are available to you. So you can either buy the 2019 version, which has a deck size of a 60 by 20 inch, or the 2022 version, which has a 60 by 22 inch. Now, I don't think there is much difference. I've run on both a 22 inch width and a 20 inch width. I honestly don't find a huge difference, but if you are somebody who just wants an overall bigger and better belt deck, I would go with the 2022 option. With both treadmills on the 1750, whether you're buying that 2019 version or the 2022 version, it comes with both an incline and decline feature. A 3% decline as well as a 15% incline. I love this fact, adds a lot of variety to whatever training you're using. Another thing about this is its motor size. It is a 3.5 CHP motor, so you don't have to worry about any sort of components burning out over time. This motor size can definitely handle somebody who's wanting to do a lot of running. So if you are looking to train for a half marathon, a marathon, even an ultra marathon, this would be a good treadmill to look into because of that incline-decline setting, as well as the large motor size. It has a variety of 0 to 12 miles per hour, so whatever you're looking for, this treadmill has it for you. Now, there is a whole lot of negatives in my mind to this treadmill. The two callouts that I do have about this treadmill: it is pricey. Now, there is financing available on the NordicTrack website. However, there isn't financing available to you on Amazon. The overall cost of this treadmill is $3,200. So keep that in mind. I mean, it is overall a very expensive treadmill. The other thing that I don't love about this treadmill is its warranty. Overall, it looks great. It's a decent warranty, like 10 years on the frame, 2 years on parts, etc. However, if you keep this in a non-climate controlled environment, so basically a garage or any sort of area that doesn't have a climate controlled area, that's a mini split, insulation, whatever that is, you can find kind of like the fine print on the website. NordicTrack has the ability to void that warranty if something breaks down. I don't love that fact, but it is something you have to consider before you purchase this treadmill. Next up is the ProForm Carbon T7. This also uses iFit programming in conjunction with the treadmill. It also has that auto trainer control function like we talked about with the 1750. With the iFit programming, you have access to hundreds of on-demand or live classes. And not only just treadmill classes, you also have the ability to do a ton of strength training, cross-training classes. They have Pilates, yoga, HIIT workouts, all available to you. And you don't have to just use it on the treadmill. You can download the app to your smart device and use other classes that iFit has available to you on your smart device. Now, one thing to say is to check the price on both Amazon and the ProForm website because they seem to flip-flop back and forth. When our writers were writing this article, it was actually cheaper on Amazon. However, as I have done this review and looked at both Amazon and the ProForm website, I have found that ProForm is actually $100 cheaper than what is listed on Amazon. So wherever you decide to purchase this, I would check both options to make sure you are getting the best deal for you. With the ProForm, one thing I like and I don't like is the availability of the touchscreen. It is only a 7-inch touchscreen, so it's like really only slightly bigger than an iPhone. So if you're somebody who has poor eyesight, I definitely wouldn't recommend this because as me who has poor eyesight, like I kind of strain to see it if I don't have my contacts or glasses on. However, if you are somebody who really wants a smart screen but doesn't want to fork out the $3,200 cost of like a 14 or 22-inch touchscreen, this might be a good option to look at. One other thing that I like and I don't like about this treadmill is its deck size. It has a 55 by 20-inch belt deck size. Now this is great. It meets industry standard if you're wanting to do a lot of running. I think this belt deck can accommodate most users. I do like to see at least a 60-inch belt deck size if I'm going to recommend it for somebody who's doing a lot of running or if somebody who is taller or has a longer stride length. However, I do think that 55 inches can accommodate most people. With this T7, it is heavier. It's 205 pounds. However, I don't think it feels as heavy as 205 pounds. It's really easy to fold up that belt deck. Also, it has wheels attached that makes it just so much more portable. Even though I wouldn't say this is the easiest treadmill to move around, I still think it's pretty portable. Last couple things about this machine, it does have a 300-pound weight capacity, so it does meet industry standard. Also, it has a max speed of 10 miles per hour, so a little less than that 1750 has. However, 10 miles per hour is still very fast. The other last thing about this is it has a 2.6 CHP motor size. Definitely smaller than what we see with the 1750. However, with that 10 mile per hour mark and the fact that it doesn't have a decline option, I still think that motor size can accommodate you very well. Next up on our list of treadmills you can find on Amazon is the Echelon Stride. With the Echelon, when you purchase it, you're going to actually have access to 30 days free of the Echelon app programming. This app features more than 3,000 on-demand classes. Now, this isn't my favorite programming out there. I do think that they started to improve this programming. However, I'm still going to choose iFit. I'm still going to choose Peloton before I choose the Echelon. However, the fact that you have 30 days free use to at least try out the programming, I think is a bonus. One thing that I absolutely love about this is its compactfulness. So when you fold up that belt deck size, the width of it only ends up being about 10 inches wide. So if you live in an apartment, a condo, if you need it to be able to be stored out of the way really easily, this is a good option to look at. For a smart treadmill, I do think overall the screen is lacking. It does show you your basic metrics, so things like your calories, your distance, your time elapsed. However, it isn't one big screen. It's actually 3 smaller screens that you can view your metrics from, and overall, I just don't like it aesthetically. Now, a bonus to this, so if you don't want to continue using that Echelon programming, the Stride has 8 built-in programmings available to you. I think this is the best of both worlds because if you decide one month you want to take a break from the Echelon programming, you still have that programming built-in available to you with the treadmill, or you can go ahead, resubscribe, use the Echelon programming for a little bit. So I like the fact that they have both options available to you. Now, like I said, this is a compact-filled treadmill, only 10 inches deep when folded up. The other thing, it's super portable, only weighing 156 pounds. So something that I would say most people could move around fairly easily. A couple things that I don't love about this, its motor size. It's only a 1.7 CHP motor size and goes up to 10 miles per hour. Overall, this is a really low motor size. When I'm comparing it to something like a walkable treadmill, like the Go Plus 2-in-1 that has at least a 2.25 motor size, and then we see this that's supposed to be more of a running treadmill and only has a 1.75 CHP, I don't trust it. I think it's gonna burn out over time. I still think if you're gonna be using this for running, you're gonna want a bigger motor size and probably look at a different treadmill. However, if you're gonna be just doing a lot of walking, maybe some jogging, and maybe occasionally running, I think you can get away with it. Next up is the Horizon T101. I am a huge fan of Horizon treadmills, and this is the first opportunity that I've been able to research and review the T101 that is in a lineup of other treadmills that Horizon has. This is definitely a more affordable option. It is available on Amazon and it only costs around $1,000. The website says it has 3-zone cushioning. Overall, I don't think this is the most cushioned deck that you can find out there. If you are somebody who really needs to be aware of a lot of cushioning on your belt deck because of poor joints, poor mobility, whatever the case may be, I don't know if I would go with this option. However, I will say it was decent enough. It wasn't the most impactful or most jarring treadmill I've ever run on. I would say kind of in the middle of the road, but again, if you're somebody looking for a lot of cushioning, I wouldn't go with this one. Now, one thing I did enjoy about this treadmill is its overall quietness. I mean, most Horizon treadmills are fairly quiet, and this one is no exception. Overall, this was a very quiet treadmill to run on. I think this is great for anybody who has kids around the house, who maybe they're napping during the day and you want to get a quick treadmill session in. This would be a good option. One thing I do appreciate about the Horizon and this treadmill specifically, it has a lifetime warranty on the frame, all while being really budget friendly. Again, costing just under $1,000. With this treadmill, you're not going to find any sort of smart features available to you. It doesn't connect to any sort of external apps. However, it does have 6 pre-programmed options available to you. Things like hill training, interval training, speed work, and a couple other options that were pretty interactive and really challenging. With this treadmill, you're going to find a 2.5 CHP motor size, which is pretty decent. It's not something I would do a ton of running on. Like if you're looking to train for a specific long distance race, I don't know if I would use this treadmill. It also only goes up to speeds of 10 miles per hour, which again is a fast speed. It's just not that 12 mile per hour mark that we see with some of those higher end treadmills. But 10 miles per hour is still very fast. Overall, I actually really enjoy this treadmill. My one call out to it would be its very basic screen. It doesn't show a lot, it's not very big, it's not very interactive. Overall, this is a very good treadmill at a very budget-friendly cost. Next up is the Sunny Health and Fitness SFT 4400. We have also talked a lot about this treadmill, and for good reason. It's got a couple key features that I really like for only $500. This is a super portable treadmill. One, it folds up really compactly, just like the Echelon Stride we see. I mean, this isn't much bigger. If you need to be able to move this out of the way, I think this is a good option to look at. Also, it's very lightweight, weighing only 103 pounds. I mean, the whole machine is super easy to move. It also has wheels, making it, again, really easy to move. So overall, if you are looking for a portable treadmill, this might be a good one to look at. A couple features that I really like: it has gas shock on the folding mechanism. So if you are somebody who has small pets, you have kids running around the house, you don't want to have to worry about that belt deck slamming down to the ground. This is going to be a really slow lower. Also, when you purchase off of Amazon, it comes with free shipping. Now, 2 things that I really like about this treadmill that we don't see a lot for a more budget-friendly treadmill is, 1, the buttons on the handrails. They control both of your speed on one side and then your start and stop button on the other. Very conveniently placed, easy to use. The other thing I really like about this, and it's like I like it and I don't like it, but it has a manual incline option. So it goes up to a 5% incline grade. The one thing I don't like about that option is you are going to have to preset your incline feet to where you want to go before you jump on the treadmill. So it's not like you're going to be able to go from incline down to neutral, incline down to neutral, or any sort of aspect like that. Basically, you're going to have to set to an incline, do your workout, and then change it back to neutral if you want to walk at a neutral pace. Overall, the fact that a treadmill at $500 have any sort of incline option, I think is great. It just might be a little inconvenient to change that incline setting. Along with this Sunny Health and Fitness treadmill, it comes loaded with 9 preset programs, adding a lot of variety to your training. It doesn't offer any sort of smart features, but I do think the programs are worthwhile. The other thing I really like about this treadmill is it does have actually a decently cushioned deck for a treadmill at $500. Now, obviously, when I compare this to like the 1750, I find it lacking. But for a treadmill for $500, I do think it does a decent enough job, especially when I compare to other treadmills around the same price range. 2 things I don't love about this treadmill: 1, it only has a weight capacity of 220 pounds. I think this is a miss. Again, when I compare to something like the Go Plus 2-in-1 that has a weight capacity of 265 pounds, this obviously falls really short. The other thing just to be aware of is it has a 2.2 CHP motor size. I actually think this motor size is a good fit for a treadmill this size, but it is something to be aware of. Last one on our list today, the Schwinn 810, also available for purchase off of Amazon. Priced around $900, also comes with free delivery. There's a lot that I like about this treadmill and a couple callouts I have as well. One thing I really like about the Schwinn 810 is the fact that it has 16 pre-programmed training options available to you. This is a ton of training options, and they have a lot of variety for a lot of different fitness levels. So whether you are a beginner or somebody who is an avid runner, I think you can gain a lot of benefit from the programs that they have available to you. Now, if you are looking for some smart features with your treadmill, this doesn't have a touchscreen available to you, but you can connect through Bluetooth to your smart device and download the Explore the World app. So Schwinn uses the Explore the World app. It's a monthly subscription-based program that has a ton of training options available to you. Now, Explore the World isn't my favorite, but if you want a smart program and you really like the Schwinn 810, I still think it has a lot to offer you. With the Schwinn 810, it uses gas shock on the folding mechanism, which again is a huge bonus if you have little kids, or maybe you're just like super clumsy like my husband, and it's really just a mechanism to save you from yourself. Also, it has dual water bottle holders. So if you are somebody who wants to stay hydrated, I mean, this is a good option. I know for me, the water bottles with the liters and drink this by 12 o'clock has never worked, but I am trying, and if you have any tips for that, let me know. With the Schwinn 810, it does come with an incline option, so it goes up to a 10% incline. It doesn't have any decline options available to you. I'm not surprised given that it is a cheaper, more budget-friendly treadmill. However, I love the fact that it does include an incline with the treadmill. The company says it has soft track deck cushioning. Now, when I compare to other treadmills, I say this was middle of the road. There wasn't anything outstanding about the cushioning on the belt deck, but again, I've run on worse. So if you are somebody who likes a medium cushion deck, I think this would fit you well. A couple of call outs. When I was reading about the reviews, a lot of people said that the Bluetooth went in and out. So it is something to be aware of. You might not have a steady Bluetooth connection at all times. The other thing is it only has a 2.6 CHP motor size. I think that it's fine because it only goes up to that 10 mile per hour mark, but it is something to be aware of. Last two things, it has a weight capacity of 275 pounds, so it doesn't meet that 300-pound industry standard mark. The other thing, the display is overall really basic. It's a basic backlit LCD display, nothing fancy about it. But overall, this is a mid-treadmill and I think a budget-friendly option. All right, that is it. Let us know if you go ahead and purchase one of these off Amazon. We'd love to hear about it. Let us know which one. This has been Lindsay with Garage Sale Reviews. Peace.